There are so many things happening in people everywhere. Things like global warming, sunburn, vitamin D deficiency in the melanated people, all types of religion controlling the masses, atheists, human experiments, alien interactions, the humanoid offsprings mutating and interbreeding, the seeds of the serpent, the people being cloned and replaced, birth rates are dropping, the depopulation tactics, the rich getting richer, while the poor get sicker. There are scandals, come-ups, crooked politicians under the hand of the Illuminati, the white supremacy, cooning and buffooning, black power, the real Jews versus the fake Jews, Social Security, and crooked child support magistrates. There are murders in cold blood, false prophets, demons, ghostly spirits, witches, and warlocks, blood sacrifices, and slavery. This list is so long, I could spend a lifetime trying to cover the crap in the outhouse. This channel is all about everything you may not be aware of to inform my viewers when the jig gets up.
For you. This Friday, the newest batch of Disney Channel stars grown in the Disney Genetic Engineering Lab will be unveiled to the public.
Right. Now, Tracy, most of our viewers are already familiar with a lot of the products that have come out of a Disney
lab.
I am. Yes. But how exactly do you create a Hilary Duff or a Miley Cyrus from scratch?
Right.
Well, we're going to find out exactly how it's done right now, because joining us live from the Disney Lab is one of their lead geneticists, Dr. Andrew Rourke. Welcome, Dr. Rourke. There's quite an operation you've got going on out there.
Thanks, Jim.
So the stars that we see on TV are actually grown right here?
That's correct. They're grown and developed here. We engineer their brains for advanced singing and dancing capabilities, even posing for photos. By the time they grow to desired size, these child stars are fully ready for the camera or the concert tours or whatever Disney chooses to put them in.
That is simply amazing. Now, how long does it take to actually create a star from scratch?
Well, not very long at all. We use the exact same DNA structure for all of our stars, and then we simply tweak minor details like hair color or skin tone.
Right, yeah, we do have some footage here of some of the well-known creations that have come out of your lab. Let's take a look.
Yes, well, that's model 6831-A, publicly known as Mitchell Musso, standard male base with a type 3 skin pigmentation.
Wow.
And that's model 6831-B. We give him slightly thicker eyebrows and type 5 skin.
Well, so it's sort of like putting a puzzle together there.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Okay, here we've got some of the images of some of the newest models. We're going to be seeing a lot of these kids in the future.
It really looks like you have someone for every kid in America to love
Well, that's
here.
the idea, Tracy. Our writers find it very liberating. For example, our new model, Haley, is a singing, dancing, snowboarding, half Japanese, half Indian girl.
Wow.
Now, finding her in reality would be impossible.
Right, but sounds like a surefire hit to me. Oh, now this one's Zac Efron. I've seen him before.
Yes, Zach was actually one of our earliest
My
models.
daughters love him. I mean, he looks so real.
Actually, I think we could have done a better job with Zach. He could show more human tendencies. If you look closely, you'll notice there's a certain deadness around the eyes.
I do see that, yes.
I'm sorry, it's hard for me to watch because all I see is all my mistakes.
Yeah.
Well, he seems flawless to me.
Well, he's holding up, but there was a bug in that first batch, and as a result, Zach's skin will soon begin to dissolve.
No, poor Zac Efron.
All right, well, it's simply amazing, Dr.
I'm here with his mommy, Danielle.
Say hi.
Good morning. So you've had double trouble for about 6 weeks now?
Yes.
Oh, how's he doing? How's he adjusting?
He's doing very well. He's adjusting. He's adjusting pretty well.
So is it like having trouble back again? Your original dog?
Yes. I mean, I do know the original trouble isn't here anymore. And I
You do know that?
Yes, I
Okay.
do know. Yes,
All right,
I do know that he died. Everybody I know.
Okay. Right.
But he does, show me a lot of the same, characteristics that Trouble did. He does the same things that he did.
Like what are some of the similarities?
Well, when I play with him, he bounces around a lot. He likes to lay on the floor and extends his legs out. He loves going underneath the bed, and then when you go near the bed, he tries to bite your feet, and that's exactly what Trouble did.
Why did you? I'm a dog lover, animal lover. To spend that kind of money?
Well, I wanted to do this back in 2005 when I first heard about it. So Trouble was very much alive and healthy. And I read about it, so I said, let me get some DNA from him. So when he had to go in for some procedure that he had to go in for anyway, I had asked the vet, I said, could you get me some DNA out of him? So he was like, sure. So this was something I thought of way before. I mean, Trouble wasn't even, he was still around. I wanted to actually clone him while he was still alive because I would have loved to see how they would interact with one another, but it wasn't really perfected, and it was just something that was just being spoken about and not really done often.
And how is Double Trouble different from Trouble?
So far, I really don't see any difference.
Really?
I really don't see much of a difference.
And he's so well behaved.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
When you get home, because he is very much.
Yeah, he's a typical puppy.
Yeah.
He's a typical, likes to jump around. I think he's just out of his element, so he's just very looking around.
Now, you know, there's some people at home that are like going, they're scratching their head a little bit right now. So what do you say to those folks?
Like I said before, this is what I did because this is what I chose to do, and I'm not saying it's for everybody out there to do. This was my choice, and it's what I wanted.
Beautiful little Chinese girl.
This is the doctor who changed the future of the human race and let the world know on YouTube. He Jiankuai stunned the scientific community with the claim he pushed the boundary no one else had.
A line has been crossed that should not have been crossed.
It's very disturbing. It's inappropriate.
Oh, this is huge.
He says he genetically edited human embryos, not just for research but for implantation, leading to the world's first births of genetically altered humans, baby girls born in China from embryos designed to be resistant to HIV.
For this specific case, I feel proud, actually.
The tool used by He, called CRISPR, is found in labs around the world.
It gives us the precise way of cutting the gene or putting a new piece of gene in.
It's often used by researchers trying to treat incurable diseases.
The method itself is very easy. You can use it, everybody can use it now.
Leaders in the field of gene editing have collectively agreed it's too early to implant edited embryos in humans because of the risks, the unknowns, and the ethical questions about altering humankind.
We're at a hinge of human history.
William Hurlbut is a leading American bioethicist who teaches at Stanford University. In the months before the news broke, Dr. He consulted with him.
Every time we met together, we would talk about the seriousness of the issues and in a sort of stepwise way what you had to do to make sure that it was done right. But when I heard that there were live-born children from it, I thought, oh my gosh, he just jumped ahead.
Hurlbut knew nothing of the plans to implant edited human embryos. Dr. He studied at Stanford as a postdoctoral fellow where he worked with leading researchers. Hurlbut describes him as smart but perhaps too trusting of his own wisdom.
He's young, he's inexperienced, and he's from a small rural community in China.
He's research has been shut down by Chinese authorities. It's also raised questions about whether there will be a rash of new regulations to stymie scientific development, or if scientists can regulate themselves.
We all want to be first, right? I mean, this is where you really feel that you're making a huge difference and you're getting recognition. But I think in this particular case, the outcry from the community is so huge that I think it will slow things down.
He's work has already stoked fears about the future, what it could look like, how soon it could come, whether it includes designer babies, and if a tool found in labs around the world could one day make them.
Groundbreaking advancement from the world of science. Scientists say they have created synthetic human embryos. They say they bypass the need to use sperm and eggs and use stem cells to create the embryos. The synthetic embryos are similar to those in the earlier stage of human development. Now, scientists say these could provide a crucial window into the impact of genetic disorders and biological causes of recurrent miscarriage. The aim for this research is to understand what scientists refer to as the black box period of development. It is called so because scientists can cultivate embryos in labs up to a legal limit of 14 days. After this, they have to pick later on by looking at pregnancy scans and embryos donated for research. The work was reportedly described in a plenary address at the International Society for Stem Cell Research's annual meeting in Boston. However, the full details of the latest work from the Cambridge Caltech lab are yet to be published in a journal paper. Now, Robin Loveless-Badge, the head of the Stem Cell Biology and Developmental Genetics at the Francis Crick Institute in London, says, and I quote, "If you really model normal human embryonic development using stem cells, you can gain an awful lot of information about how we begin development, what can go wrong without having to use early embryos for research," unquote. Now, earlier, a team at the Weizmann Institute in Israel showed the stem cells from mice could be encouraged to self-assemble into early embryo-like structures. However, when they were implanted into the wombs of female mice, they did not develop into live animals. This raises the key question, whether the synthetic cells of the stem-based embryos, in theory, have the potential to grow into a living creature.
Remember, I'm not here to tear you down. I'm only here to build you up and put you back on that railroad. Free thinking.